Bird YouTube channel brought to you by Red Heart Yarns. In this video, you will learn how to make the penguin applique for the Playful penguin blanket. Say that 3 times fast. The penguin applique is really super cute, and it's an easy applique to use to add to a blanket or to a hat or whatever it may be. So I thought it was great to make it its own little video. To make this applique, you actually begin with the outside body portion of the penguin. Once you've completed that, you will then complete the inside body portion through round 6 of the outside body. So it's made the same way. Once you've done that, you will sew the 2 pieces together, add some silly little flipper fins, and embroider a nose and some eyes, and you have a cute little applique that you can apply to anything. In this video, I will get you started on how to work in the round, sort of like a giant spiral. So that way you will know how to find your stitches, how to count your stitches, and how to make the applique as large as you need it to be. Once I get you through how to work the applique stitches and then how to do the flipper fins, I think the rest will be pretty self-explanatory and you'll be able to move on without any problem. Now for this pattern, all you need to do is go to that link right down there in the video notes. It's a free pattern over on redheart.com. While you're down there at the video notes, take a minute and smash that like button, as my kids say, so that way other people know you enjoyed this video. I sure would appreciate it. Once you have your free pattern, go ahead and gather some worsted weight yarn and your favorite hook, and let's dive into this wonderful penguin applique. If you've never worked in the round before, in giant spirals, this might be something that's a little bit intimidating for you. At least it was for me. I had a really hard time counting my stitches the first time I did this. So I found that if I use stitch markers to mark the first stitch of my round, it really helps me. So I'm going to put that tip out there, and I will show you how to use them as we go along. You start off with the instructions by chaining a total of 5 stitches. So we're going to begin with a slip knot. So I will put a slip knot directly onto my hook and then chain 5 stitches. Remember, as I said at the beginning, you are working the body of the penguin first. So if you want your body of the penguin to be black, this is when you would use black. I'm using blue because it's easier for you to see on the video. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I will single crochet in the second chain from hook. Remember, you never count the loop on your hook. So 1, 2, put my hook directly into that chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2. Now I will go ahead and I will put a, let's see, it says to put a single crochet in the next 2 chains. So I will put a single crochet there and a single crochet there. Now it says to do 3 single crochets in the last chain. So I'm in the last chain here. I will do 1, 2, 3. Now I've run out of chains, right? So what I want to do is I will rotate my chain around, and working on the other side of my chains, I will continue on in my pattern. So what I will do here is I will skip the first chain, so the one I just worked into, which was right here, I'm going to skip that, go into the next one, I will put a single crochet there, put a single crochet in the next one. Again, I'm just working to that spare loop that I have right down there. And then I will put 2 single crochets in this last one. So in the last stitch here, I'll put 1 and 2. So I should have a total of 10 single crochets. So let's go ahead and I'm going to extend that out and let's count here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. Okay, I have 10 stitches. That's what I want. And I'm moving along. So now it says to place a marker for the beginning of the round and move the marker up as each round is completed. Perfect. Okay, so right here is the beginning of my round. So I am going to take my marker and place it right there, okay? It's into the stitch that's right behind the one on my hook. So I will go on to round 2 at this point. It says work 2 single crochets into the next stitch. So the next stitch is this one right here. It's the first one I created. So I'm going to put 2 single crochets there. So there's 1 and 2. I will single crochet in the next 2 stitches. So single right there and a single right there. Then 2 single crochet in the next 3 stitches. So I will put 1, 2, that's 1, 1, 2, that's 2, 1, 2, that's 3. So that was 2 single crochets in each one of those 3 stitches, okay? Now it says single crochet in the next 2 stitches, so I'm just going to put 1 single crochet in the next 2, so there's 1 and 2. And now it says for me to do 2 single crochets in each of the next 2. So and that's perfect because I have 2 stitches here, right? I have 1 there and the one that's marked, and I need to put 2 single crochets in each of those. So there's 1 and 2 in the first one, and here's 1 and 2 in the second one. Now that that's complete, I can take my marker and I'm going to place it into the loop right behind the loop on my hook, okay? So this is right here. Can you guys see that? I put my stitch marker into that stitch because that's the end of my round, or the beginning of the round, however you want to look at it, okay? And I've just completed that round. And at the end of that round, I have 16 single crochet. For round 3, I will single crochet in the next stitch. So just 1 single crochet in the next stitch. So I'm working over here. Don't do a chain 1, don't do anything. You just go right into the next stitch and you do a single crochet, okay? So I single crocheted in the next stitch and I will put 2 single crochets in the next stitch. So I will do 1 and 2. And you'll notice that there's an asterisk there. And it says single crochet in the next 2 stitches. So I will do 1 and 2. Then it says repeat from star to star. So I'm going to go back and find the first star, and it says single crochet in the next stitch. So I single crochet in the next stitch. And then it says put 2 single crochets in the next stitch. So there's 1 and there's 2. So that was from star to star once. I have to go from star to star 3 times. So if I've done it once, I need to do it 2 more times. So in the next stitch, we'll do 1 single. The next stitch, we'll do 2 singles. There's 1 and 2. So that was 2 times from star to star. I have to do it 1 more time. Next stitch, I do 1. Next stitch, I do 2 of them into 1. Whew, gets a little tricky, huh? So that was working from star to star a total of 3 times, okay? Now I will single crochet in the next 2 stitches. So here's 1 and 2. And then I will repeat from star to star 2 more times. So I go back from star to star and it would be a single crochet and then 2 single crochets in the next, right? So there's my 2. So that's 1 star to star. I need to do it 1 more time, which comes out perfect because my last stitch will be where my marker is. So here's my 1 single crochet and here's my 2 single crochets into the second stitch of my star to star. Move my marker up just like so, and I'm ready for round 4. Round 4 has us begin with a single crochet in the next 2 stitches. So there's 1 single crochet and here's 2 single crochet. Now it wants us to do 2 single crochet into the next stitch. Perfect. And you'll notice that that is a star to star. So I'm sure we'll have to come back to that. Now it wants us to do a single crochet in the next 2 stitches. So there's 1 and there's 2. Now it says repeat from star to star 3 times. Well, we've done that before. We'll do it again. From star to star at this point, we'll do 1 single crochet and 2 single crochet. and then we will put 2 single crochets in the next stitch. So we're using up 3 stitches total, and we're creating 4 after we're done. We took 3 stitches and we made 4. So that was 1 repeat star to star. We have to do it 2 more times. So we do 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, and then 2 single crochet in the next one. So that was twice. We have to do that 1 more time. So here's 1, and there's 2, and then 2 single crochet in the next one. So that was my star to star 3 times. Now I will single crochet in the next 2 stitches. So there's 1 and 2. Now the instructions say I need to do star to star twice. So let's do that. We'll do a single crochet in 1, single crochet in 2, and then 2 single crochets in the next. Last one, we have to do a single crochet in 1, single crochet in 2, and then 2 single crochets in the last one, which puts us exactly where we want to be. Once I complete that second one, I can move my marker up, and it lets me know that's the end of my round once again. Now we've completed round 4, time for round 5. For round 5, it will be worked really similar to round 3 and 4, only we will have 1 more stitch between our increase of 2 stitches into 1. Let me show you. For round 5, we begin with our single crochet into the next 3 stitches. So there's 1, there's 2, here's 3, and then we'll put 2 single crochets in the next. Now we'll do a single crochet in the next 2 stitches. So there's 1 and 2, and we'll repeat from star to star 3 times. So star to star would be a single crochet in the next 3 stitches. So there's 1, 2, 3, and then 2 single crochets in the next. That was 1 repeat. So here's 1, 2, 3, get some more yarn here, and then we will put 2 single crochets in the next. Not complicated in the sense that we have double crochet or single crochets, but it just gets a little confusing. So that was 2 repeats. Let's do our last one. So we have 1, 2, 3, and then 2 single crochets in the next. The next part of the instructions say to single crochet in the next 2 stitches, and then repeat from star to star twice. So we will do our star to star again. So that's 1, 2, 3, and then 2 single crochets in the next one. Last time, so we do 1, 2, 3, and then I will put 2 single crochets in this last one right here. So there's 1 and 2, move my marker up, and that's the end of round 5. Can you see a sequence going on here? We are increasing a stitch between our 2 single crochets on each round. So we are increasing and getting this really nice oval shape for the penguin. Let's jump into round 6. For round 6, it has us begin with the single crochet in the next 4 stitches. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I do 2 single crochets in the next. That will be our star to star repeat, just so that you know. Now I will do a single crochet in the next 2 stitches. So there's 1, 2, and I will repeat from star to star 3 times. So we do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 single crochets into the next stitch. So that was 1 repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 single crochets into the next stitch. That's 2 repeats. 1, 2, 3, 4, get some more yarn here, and then 2 single crochets into the next stitch. And that was our 3 repeats. Now I will single crochet in the next 2 stitches. Then I repeat from star to star 2 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 single crochets in the next. One last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I will do 2 single crochets into the next, which is my last stitch. If for some reason you are off, it could be that you accidentally missed a stitch here or there. Don't worry, I have done it before too. All you need to do is rip back to where your marker is and restart the row. If you're exactly where you need to be, go ahead and move your marker up and we can go on to round 7. So round 7 begins with a single crochet in the next 5 stitches. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2 single crochets in the next. 1, 2. We will single crochet in the next 2 stitches. There's 1, 2, and now we repeat from star to star 3 times. Getting used to it now? From star to star on this round, we will do a single crochet in the next 5 stitches. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then do 2 single crochets in the next. That was 1 repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then do 2 single crochets in the next. That was 2 repeats. 1, oops, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2 single crochets in the next. Now I will do 2 single crochets just even, and then I will repeat from star to star 2 more times. So I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2 single crochets in the next. If I've done everything correctly, I will do this repeat 1 more time and it'll put me right here to the end of my round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm at the end of my round where I have to do 2 single crochets into the next. I'm telling you, that makes me super giddy to know I'm at the right place. Once I'm to the end of this round right here, I will work a slip stitch into the first single crochet. So let's go ahead and we will remove the marker here. We don't need it anymore. And into this next single crochet, the next single crochet over, I will work a slip stitch. So I go into the stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, and then pull that through the loop on my hook. I will go ahead and fasten this off, leaving a nice long tail. I can use this tail to weave in, or not weave in. I can use this tail to sew the applique to my blanket. So the longer of a tail I leave, the less of a tail I have to weave in later on because I don't have to join new yarn. So I'm going to go ahead and leave a nice super long tail. Give this a good pull. Yes, I left a very long tail. Give it a nice pull, and you are looking at right here the outside portion of the penguin. See that? Now the inside portion, body of the penguin, is made just like this, only you would end on round 6. So the outside portion has 1 extra round versus the inside portion. And I can pull in the example here. And so my outside portion is, I crocheted just a little bit tighter than what she crocheted here in the black, but I could pull this out and make it a little bit wider. But then this inside portion for me would go into here, and so this would be my inside set. And then you make the little wings here, okay? Super easy. The wings and the feet are they're made exactly the same. You would chain 2 and you work 6 single crochet into those chain 2s and you fasten off. How easy is that? 6 single crochets into the second chain from hook and you're done. So once you've done that, you just sew those onto place. Then you do a little bit of embroidery and you are done with this super cute applique. I feel like since I've went through this full first round, you really don't need me to make a second round and show you how to do that, right? I mean, you know how to do it. It would just be rows 1 through 6 once again, and you would have everything done. As far as sewing something onto a piece, let me show you how to do that. So we can do that without having the second part of the penguin complete. I can just show you how I would do this. So I like to use a bent tip tapestry needle because I find them super easy to get into the stitches. And all you will do is take your long tail and thread it directly onto your tapestry needle, okay? And then place your penguin body wherever you want it to be on the blanket. If you want it to be in the corner just like this one, go ahead and do that. But we're just going to arbitrarily pick a spot, okay? So let's just say we were going to add it right here. All you would need to do is take your tapestry needle, and I am going to go around and I'm just going to pick up a little bit of the blanket and then thread it through these open loops that are on this penguin. Can you see this? So I am just making sure that I'm not making the blanket pucker in any way, but I'm grabbing some of the yarn on the blanket and I'm just whip stitching the applique directly onto the blanket, going through the beautiful edge stitches of the penguin and just sewing it right into place. You see that? It's really easy just to do it this way. And what I would do is I would sew on the body first, just like this. And then before you sew on the center portion, I would go ahead and do your embroidery on the center portion before you sew that bit on. So that way you're not adding the embroidery through the entire blanket to add it on. You're just adding it onto the center portion. And then when you sew that on to the body of your penguin, all of the inside bits of your embroidery will be hidden next to the body, not into the blanket. Hopefully that makes sense. So that's as easy as it gets. Hopefully, I mean, I don't think you would need any more instruction than that. You just sew it into place. Same thing with the little wings and the feet. You would just sew those wherever you wanted them to be, and you'll be done. Super easy, super fun, and a great way to embellish just about anything. Whether you make the actual playful penguin blanket or a different style blanket and you add the penguin to that, totally your choice. But now you know how to do it. Not only do you know how to make the wonderful penguin applique, but now you know how to work in beautiful rounds in a spiral type motion and making an oval. It's not so hard. You might have to count your stitches along the way, but if you use a marker and keep it very consistent, you won't have any problems. Don't forget, I will put on my blog all the written instructions for the applique row by row in long format. So that way you will know, okay, I have to do single crochet, 2 single crochets, single crochet, 2 single crochet. Instead of having it written as a repeat, it'll just be written out long format for you. That way it'll make it easier. Hopefully you have great success with this applique penguin, and you will come back here for more crochet and knitting videos right here on the Marley Bird YouTube channel. Don't forget to smash that like button, and I will catch you guys again soon. I'm Marley Bird, proud spokesperson for Red Heart Yarns. Bye! Looking for more Marley Bird? Don't worry, I've got you covered. Click right down there and you will find more videos just like this teaching you how to knit or crochet, all brought to you by Red Heart Yarns. Go ahead, click away. Don't be shy. Don't forget to smash that like button.